Hello, hello, hello. This is Tracilyn, and guess what? I'm at New Hope, which used to be, at least at one time, Eternal Joy MCC, is it? I wanted to stop by here. It's been a while since I saw the church, and I wanted to see if there was anything going on. I don't get out very much because I've been staying committed to focusing on needs and a new album that I will explain a little bit later on, the difficulties in producing that album that have occurred. While I was here, I just wanted to double check, for everyone by the way, please don't be upset. Mailbox. It's mail time! Let's see who we have mail for at the church. Is your roof leaking? I know somebody who used to do repairs on the roof up here. Let me see, it's for St. Paul, the Apostle Orthodox Christian Church, owner of maintenance and manager. Here's one for New Hope International Ministries. Look, it's one for Tim Johnson. And I remembered Tim Johnson. I don't know if he's still around. I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you. And I want to thank you for letting me be a part of the church. If I'm not mistaken, you used to run sound. And I really appreciate that. You did a fantastic gig. I wanted to let you know that you have mail here. Evidently by book. So I hope you don't get upset. I put my lipstick on so that I could kiss you this way. Tracilyn kisses envelope. Take one. I'm sending my love to you, and it's going back in the mailbox. Okay? It's kind of like a crooked one. I'm going to do one more while not holding the camera. Let's see how it turns out. That's better. We got two. See? Which one do you like better? The one that looks like choppers. Or it's the first time I ever kissed an envelope like that, okay? So, I just want to say hello to you. Somebody going by very slowly. We'll put that back in the mailbox, see? Tim, you got mail. You're still around. And Howard, you have mail too. Let's see. There is other mail here for other people I am not sure of, so I will not say. You would have to stop by and see for yourself. And there is one for the senior pastor. Okay. I'm putting everything back in here. If I knew where you all were, I would send it to you, but I don't. So I don't know if somebody still comes by here or not. I am going to close this up. It is closed. There is no mail on me. Please don't be upset. I'm very grateful for the time that I had here. I don't know how long the church is going to be here. I have tried to reach out to someone, a few people actually, because I was hoping that I could go inside to think, but I never got a reply by anyone who could give me an answer of okay or not okay. So I'm assuming it's either not okay, or somebody just simply forgot, or they don't have time to reply or to stop by. So I am here today to kiss the building. Most likely, goodbye. Because I will be moving within the next year. I might still be in the area. But before I left, because I'm thinking of moving to the Columbus area. And the reason is because I have to get, I would like to continue on getting laser and electrolysis and finishing things up. I never had the opportunity to finish what I was hoping to with my transition in its entirety. So I figure I'll just move in that area, hopefully a nice area, that I can continue on with that process at least. Also, with me being direct energy weapons being targeting my brain, it's causing problems throughout my body as far as varicose veins and spider webs. Spider veins, I'm sorry, spider webs. There's spider webs here somewhere. Spider veins. I'm trying to make the best out of life while I'm being harassed, okay? By a lot of very cruel people, which is probably NASA technology and military maneuvers against citizens who want to embrace and enjoy their life. Therefore, as the Christian Bible would say, Satanist. Yeah, I know you might not believe that. Go look it up online. I'm shocked that it even happened to me. Okay, evidently not so shocked once you start learning. It's probably been going on your whole entire life. We have a drive-by. Okay, this is the second time he came by. So speaking of roof, I said this in my other video. You can watch Tracilyn, I call it messages right now. When I relocate, I still want to share my content, but obviously there's some stuff that would probably go down because I realized that just what I thought before I started to do that. I would say for what I wanted out of it, in my whole decision to apply energy in the music project the way I did and doing videos, did not come around. In fact, I got harassed and videos were taken down continuously or blocked, and YouTube doesn't respect the uploader of content. They respect somebody else's idea of blocking a video and filing or submitting a complaint, and then they follow through with that. How do you feel about that? I have learned, in my opinion, that I think it would be great if I could have a social network sometimes. And if you don't like the content, then just simply click on a button and you'll never see it again, unless you log on a different account. Okay, I don't think the content uploader should suffer because of somebody else's neglectance. That's like somebody else coming up and smacking you in the face. Okay? Why would you want to be generous to the person who did the smacking instead of the person who was just trying to enjoy their life? I found that since I've accepted Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, years ago, that I did my very best to try to get along with people. I've learned a lot of corruption in police forces, the laws, the government. Okay, I don't like the government probably any more than anybody else, simply because they forced me to go to school with their man-made laws and told me it's best to leave God and the subject of God out of everything. Well, leave God out of everything and you'll be able to easily manipulate the mind, considering the whole Bible's about psychology, okay? It's all about psychology. And who couldn't be for a book that supports love, unconditional, for no reason. And when you get into the book, God's ways, you don't need to make all kinds of laws and rules when you're in a community of people that are keeping Jesus Christ as their center point, their focus. But you sure do. I'm learning every day. I stopped by a place that I had an HIV test when I first came out here because I slept with a lot of people during my time of being an escort. And I wanted to make sure that in my future endeavors that part was taken care of. You need to get medical attention, make sure that you're preferably disease-free, okay? But you need to know, be aware, I've done everything I could to practice safely what it was that I engaged in, and I would have to say thank you to all of my doctors, especially one who is now living in New York, because these are the people, in general, doctors, that I opened up to, and I explained to them, and they gave me the best advice that they could, I'm assuming, and I didn't have any transmitted disease ever in my life. I had bumps when I ended up continuously meditating on Joyce Meyer's teachings, and I gave myself away for free to somebody because I was broken down, psychologically hurt, and everybody that is attracted to me only wants to have sex with me. Well, I'm still going to the doctor. I would say about 10 or 11 years later, Joyce Meyer's, getting bumps removed from me. I would like you to be there to see that they finish everything up, because it shouldn't have taken that long. I have things to talk about with the medical field, and I love my doctor, by the way, who has been helping me. But the truth of the matter is, what's going on should have been taken care of within 3 treatments, at least. Some would say we could have taken care of that in 1. It depends on how serious people are. I love my medical doctors a lot out here. Just like electrolysis, it has been a huge disappointment that I cannot get it taken care of. If I did it myself, it would be done. So why don't I do it myself? I don't know what technology I would use myself or afford myself to do it. Same with this, the varicose veins, the spider veins. All it is little injections and bumps, or like little veins here. See them spread out? All you do is put a little bit of salt water in there. However, you don't want to mess up something like that, right? So I'm not telling you to go out and do it. In other words, people should be taught to treat their self, and then that would be done in less than a weekend. But sometimes when you seek out help by wonderful people, for whatever reason, it could take 20 years, 30 years, maybe the rest of your life. Think about that. What you could put that in a song, what you could do, what I could do in a weekend, takes everyone else years. Why is that? You think it's maybe because they don't have mutual thoughts. Because truly down deep inside, your desire, your need, your want is not powerful enough inside their own mind to be in agreement with, that they would say, today, you stay here until it's done. Is there a doctor like that in the world? Do you know somebody who is a doctor and they do varicose vein treatment? They get out blue veins. Do you know, can I tell you, doctor? These blue veins, that's not from being electrocuted, that's from bodybuilding and going the wrong way in life. That's what that's from. But on my legs, that's from being electrocuted. As I was trying to make things better for myself, to make things right, I realized it was better for all of humanity. And the closer I got to Christ-likeness within myself, a whole lot of loss in a whole lot of areas that people in churches do not talk about because they're selfish and they want to keep people imprisoned and use them as financial gain so that they can follow through with what they want to do because they're weak. because they won't tell the government you don't own anything, and you cannot stop me from fulfilling my heart's desires. That's being honorable to God. Okay? I'm gonna kiss this church goodbye. I don't know if I'll get to see it. I want to make a video this winter. Do me a favor, if you pray, will you pray for snow this year? I've been wanting to make a video of one of the first songs I wrote when I came out here. Cold winter storm. I was at Catherine's, I looked out the window, and during that time, I cried. Because at that time, I really wanted to live at a place like LA. Like it, where it's warm. I didn't want to be in the cold, lost, confused. Huh? I don't know how to take care of myself. Escort Tracilyn, T-Girl Tracilyn, do you remember me? T-Girl Tracilyn, that's me. And I can say that I'm freaking very thankful that I was an escort. And I hope someday to be that way. Just and they just give me a year to love them. The way I wanted to be loved. No sex. Just love. Come with me. You like to see me cry. You do. Say it. That's what I did a lot living here in Ohio when I first came out. Every day. Especially the first year. And I wrote a lot of songs. Yeah. 30. Over. That was a lot to me. So I'm going to say goodbye to the church. I don't know how long it's going to be here. I wanted to make a video inside. A music video. But holidays got to go by. Hopefully if it snows this year. I'll try to do it on a day that's safe to drive. Because it's a distance from my place. And it would help me to stay closer to myself. Physical form says this is a place that makes me, remind me that I am T-Girl Tracilyn. The T is to inform people. I'm a different kind of girl than you may think. It's to give you a heads up. Because I want to live. And a lot of girls like me got killed because of lack of lack of education, government. I didn't even know what a trans person was. You're a bunch of assholes. The entire government is a bunch of assholes. And I have the right to say that. We're learning now. Should I kiss the handle that many people touched? Or should I kiss it? How about here in the center? There's 2 lipsticks. Let me get through. That one has a tear. Look. One thing I would like to do for myself in the future is cry. Number one, I think it does contribute to cuteness, appearance. I went a large portion of my life not crying. When I was a child, I did, but as I entered into my teenage years, into my 20s, and my crying days to be kind of goodbye. It was more in deep thought. I came out here, I was crying all the time. We're off to the next location. I'm running low on a battery. I did not bring my charger with. Here's my car. Hold on. Ta-ding! I'm still driving the same Cavalier after all this time. So, I'm gonna go over here and hug the church quick, and then I gotta go somewhere and go to the bathroom. And then I'm gonna go check out a few more places. If it starts getting dark, then I have to wrap things up. So, this church is on Kennedy Avenue. And I would just like to say that I have a lot of good memories here. And it is true. I complained a lot because I did not want to come. But today and always thereafter, years after, a couple years after, 2014 after, I realized that if I could have got my needs met, Social Security, food, an apartment to live in, and I could have got started on my endeavors of life, of ministering in alignment with my heart. Slowly, I would have enjoyed going to places much more. However, I'm doing things by myself now. I've been wanting to go to a small church. I don't want to be a member of any church. I want to visit a lot of churches in my life. All kinds of churches. And I want to do it because I love myself, not because of people. I've realized what you want to love, what I want to love, okay, is my inner thoughts. And the opportunity to express and act upon those thoughts enjoyably, safely. Today, 2 people approached me, and I would say the one didn't have a super bad attitude. He was pretty decent. But somebody else, a female, that was obnoxious. And she was totally wrong and totally out of place. She thought I went into her car. I did not. She was by a railroad track, behind bushes. She left her car unlocked. I left my car unlocked. I didn't think I'm right there in the area. I wanted to go take some pictures of houses by a railroad bed. They were really neat. And as I'm trying to fall in love with the scenery, here comes somebody screaming at me. And the first thing I'm thinking of is, you're wrong. I can't believe sometimes the way people approach another. This was a pretty enjoyable experience at this location. And I am looking forward to seeing this video. I went to test the camera. I don't fully get to test it, so we're going to stop right now and do that. I need to flip it around. Okay? I love you, and if I'm not on, it's because the battery went bye-bye for now. I'll get my other camera later. Goodbye. Okay, this is Tracilyn looking at the blue camera. By what used to be Eternal Joy, MCC. Sometimes that you find yourself in a position where you realize You haven't changed a whole lot. Lest it be for the better. Unfortunately, where are the humans at? Or is it fortunately? Is it fortunately? What do you think? For you, is it fortunate? Do you find as you go through life, you find yourself loving life more and going back to the spots and loving them more? Only now there's no humans around. There you go. Ta-da! I'm going to hug the church. And I'm using this side. I want to see, can I stay focused? Can I stay focused on the camera? Is it too clear? It's like a 13 or 15 MP. This way. On the other end, it's like 5. Okay. I just want to come over here and hug the building quick. Where should I hug it? Over here? Please don't yell at me. Hug it this way. I'm thinking right now, I love this church for what it's done for me. That was beneficial for life, especially during the hardest time in my life. Maybe someday I'll make another video before I split paint with Dayton, because I am serious about moving, especially if I don't like the next home and I'm kind of getting moved to. Since I came out in 2009, I mean before that I came out, but since 2009 I lost my home. It has been very, very difficult for me. I am a person that likes immediate, I want to tend to what needs to be tended to, my idea, and move on with life. I want to enjoy it while I can. Love you. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. You can look on my YouTube if YouTube didn't take it down. There's videos of myself explaining about my occurrence at the church years ago. Did I have the same shirt on? I might have. I've been wanting so bad to get a whole new entire closet of clothing. For reasons. Okay. Bye.